Hey guys, this is Ian back with another video, and today I'm going to unbox and review this CCZ Coffee Bean. And I'd like to thank Keephifi for sending this out to me for review. By the way, whatever I say in this video is my own opinion. This video has not been scripted, and they will be watching this video at the same time as you guys are. Okay, so I'm going to open this up, listen to how it sounds, and let you guys know what I think of this CCZ Coffee Bean. So stay tuned. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If this is your first time here, do consider to subscribe and click on the bell button so that you get notified of my future videos. But if you already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. And I would like to special shout out to my super fan, Jansan Manos. Okay, so this is the CCZ Coffee Bean. It's a one dynamic driver with dual magnet. Is basically a very budget IEM at $16 US. If you guys are interested, please check out the link in the description below. Yeah, so basically what's special about this IEM is that it's got a patented ear fin, it's got a patented ear tip, and it's lightweight, and the case itself, the shell itself is UV formed and cured. It's got OFC cable. I think that's quite standard. The impedance is 28 ohms, the sensitivity is 111, and the frequency range is 20 to 20,000 kilohertz. Okay, so let's open this up and see how it looks on the inside. Okay, so box is a little bit tight, but yeah, on the inside, as you can see, it looks pretty similar to the KZ kind of packaging. Most of the Chi-Fi packaging is similar. Okay, this plastic covers looks like it's like a signature kind of thing. So yeah, opening this up, you can see the IEM it's got this brownish look, and it's like a coffee bean. Okay, it's pretty nice. Well, let's take a look at the accessories first before taking out the IEM. So on the box inside, as you can see, okay, you've got the cable. Okay, this is the cable. Where are the tips? So tips should be in here. Yes, so you have tips in here. There are two sizes here. Okay, so I'm going to take these tips out since they mentioned that the tips are patented. Let's take a look at the tips and see how different they are. Okay, let's take the large out. So as you can see, the inner bore has got a special ring around it, so it's different from the other type of ear tip, and it's kind of oval shape. If you don't squish it, okay, it's like an oval shape. It's not really, it's like flattened. Okay, it's like flattened. Okay, pretty unique. Let's see how they sound later. Okay, so take the cable out, take a look at the so it's a standard 3.5 mil headphone jack. It's a 90-degree headphone jack. The cable itself looks like it's a 4-core, and it's a pretty thin 4-core OFC cable, pretty thin. Not really optimistic with this cable, but it's really thin. Okay, very thin cable. But you know, some cables are like this as well, like the blondes and the triple win cables. So the Y splitter is a plastic Y splitter. Okay, pretty standard. And you've got a chin slider. Okay, this chin slider is plastic as well, so it's all black. Pretty standard chin slider. and this is the ear hooks. Okay, so pretty stiff. The ear hooks are pretty stiff, and we've got the 2-pin connector. Okay, so yeah, pretty standard cable. Let's put that one side, and let's take a look at the IEMs themselves. And this is the CCZ Coffee Bean. Okay, it's got this brownish look to it, and pretty nice. The shell itself is made of acrylic. Okay, and yeah, and it's got this vent on this side here. Looks nice. And the connector is right here. Okay, and let's take a look at the fin. Okay, so the fin, let me just adjust my light a little bit. Okay, the fin is a patented fin. As you can see, it's got this rubberized fin at the back here. Okay, let's take a look at the nozzle themselves. Okay, ooh. Okay, so it is a brass nozzle. Okay, and it's a pretty wide bore kind of a nozzle. Pretty wide bore. It's got the standard perforated filter on the inside. So I think this is a pretty good shell, pretty standard. You can see the dynamic driver on the inside. Okay, very prominent. Oops. Okay, very prominent. Okay, so let's try the fit, see how it fits on my ear. And when I was taking out the tip, it was pretty tight, and you can see that the tip is a little bit different from the rest of the ear tips. So it's pretty unique. So I would say it's pretty good. Okay, let's try the fit test. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. I'm getting a very good seal. Doesn't wobble, and it cuts off quite a bit of the ambient sound. I would say probably about 70% of the ambient sound. I don't hear my aircon, but I used to be able to hear, which is very good seal. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hook this up, listen to some of my favorite songs, and I'll let you guys know what I think it sounds. So be right back. Okay, so I have listened to all my favorite songs. Let's put the pause there. And I'm ready to let you guys know what I think of these CCZ Coffee Bean. Okay, sub bass. Sub bass, there's tons of sub bass. In fact, there's tons of bleeding from the sub bass. It bleeds into the mid bass, it bleeds to the mids. And in fact, I think it's a little bit over-tuned, if you ask me. Too much of a bass. Sorry, let's pause that. So, too much tuned, over-tuned, and the quality of the sub bass is not thumpy. In fact, it's a poor quality thump. It's not solid, it's not controlled, it's a bit bloaty. And overall, the bass and the sub bass and the mid bass is there. You can hear the bass, but the quality of it is not there. It's not solid. It's not controlled. It's bloated. Okay. The mids are okay. Percussions and instruments can be heard, but it's shrouded by the mid bass and the sub bass. The bass is overpowering everything else, I feel, and you can't really hear clearly the mids. Okay, the vocals, male vocals, female vocals, yeah, you can hear them, but it seems to be, in crowded and congested tracks. You just can't hear the vocals. Okay, the treble. Treble, I would say, is it comes to a point whereby it just a little bit sibilant, and the quality of the treble itself the roll off is a little bit short, doesn't extend as much, and resolution itself is poor. Yeah, so overall treble, you don't really get that sparkle. A little bit sibilant at times in certain tracks. Yeah, that's what I feel. Okay, so overall, this is more of a fun tuning. A bit warm on the bass as well. It's warm, but it's more of a fun V-shaped tuning. The detail retrieval on these IEMs not great. You can't get much out of it. It's not clear. The imaging is okay. The positions of the instruments and the vocals, they are where they're supposed to be, so it's fine. Soundstage is pretty okay. It's more of the frontal type of soundstage. Pretty wide. It's not as wide as other IEMs, but yeah, it's wide. The height is not there as well. It's pretty okay, but that's more of a front and the side kind of soundstage. The depth, again, there's no depth. So when I was listening to certain songs where there are depth to the instruments, it's just not portraying that depth there. So not much of a depth as well. So overall, I think for these budget $16 IEM, do I recommend them? Well, I don't really recommend them unless you do have a budget and you need to buy this at $16. But if you do have just a little bit better budget, I recommend you the Blonde BL03. It's just a few dollars more, and you get a better sound from those compared to these CCZ Coffee Bean. Yeah, I mean, they do fit very comfortably in the ears. But one thing I want to say, this cable, I had trouble trying to untangle them. So cable-wise, again, it's a rat's nest right here, if you don't coil it up properly. So yeah, I don't really recommend these, and if you want to really have a good IEM, good enough IEM, go for the Blonde's BL03. It's just a little bit more, just a few dollars more. So yeah, I like to thank Keephifi for sending these to me, but I don't recommend these. Instead, I'll just leave the link of the BL03 in my description instead of these. Okay, so that's it for my thoughts. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and if I helped you in making a decision for these coffee beans, do consider to give this video a thumbs up. All right, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.